Never combine these 5 fruits with your medications. They turn into poison. Did you know that over 100,000 seniors in the US are hospitalized every year due to adverse drug reaction? And a shocking number of these cases are triggered by what they're eating. That's right. According to a 2023 review published in the Journal of Clinical Pharmacology, a significant percentage of medication complications in older adults can be traced back to one common but overlooked factor: fruit. Yes, seemingly innocent fruits in your daily routine can cause life-threatening interactions with your prescriptions. From increasing toxicity in your bloodstream to blocking vital enzymes your body uses to break down medicine, these fruits aren't as harmless as they look when paired with common senior medications like statins, blood pressure pills, and blood thinners. And here's what makes it even more frightening. These interactions don't come with clear warning signs. You won't feel pain immediately. The damage builds up quietly, sometimes until it's too late. You might be thinking, I've been eating fruit my whole life. How bad could it be? Well, when combined with certain medications, the effects can lead to liver failure, heart rhythm problems, muscle breakdown, or even internal bleeding. In this video, we will reveal 5 specific fruits you should never mix with your medications, counting down from 5 to the number 1 most dangerous fruit that could turn your daily pills into poison without you even realizing. It's the one fruit almost every senior thinks is safe, but science says otherwise. Before we begin, let us know in the comments below where you're watching from, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Now, without any further ado, let's get started. Number 5. Grapefruit. Grapefruit might be the most notorious fruit when it comes to drug interactions, and yet many seniors still eat it every morning, unaware of the invisible danger it brings. With its tangy flavor and reputation as a heart-healthy, weight-loss-friendly breakfast staple, grapefruit appears harmless. But beneath that juicy exterior lies a chemical cocktail that can interfere with more than 85 medications, many of which are commonly prescribed to people over 60. The key issue with grapefruit is a group of compounds called furanocoumarins. These compounds interfere with a liver enzyme called CYP3A4, which is responsible for breaking down medications in your digestive system. But unlike other fruits, grapefruit doesn't just slow the enzyme down. It disables it, sometimes for up to 72 hours after consumption. That means even if you only have grapefruit once or twice a week, you could be turning your regular medication dose into something much stronger and more dangerous than your body can handle. For example, if you're taking statins like simvastatin or lovastatin, grapefruit can cause them to build up to toxic levels in your bloodstream, increasing your risk of muscle breakdown, liver damage, or kidney failure. If you're on blood pressure medications or drugs for arrhythmia, it could lead to dangerously low blood pressure or erratic heartbeats. Blood thinners like warfarin are also affected. Grapefruit may enhance or reduce their effects unpredictably, putting you at risk for internal bleeding or clots. And the scariest part, the reaction doesn't depend on how much grapefruit you eat. Even a small glass of juice can be enough to trigger it. Many drug labels even carry warnings about grapefruit, but not all patients read the fine print or remember every detail their doctor tells them. For seniors with multiple prescriptions, it's even harder to keep track. Grapefruit is not just a risky fruit. It's a proven threat when combined with medication, and the effects can be dangerous, unpredictable, and long-lasting. Number 4. Pomegranate. Pomegranate is often celebrated as a superfood, loaded with antioxidants, vitamin C, and compounds that support heart health and reduce inflammation. But what most seniors don't know is that this fruit can dangerously interfere with medications in ways that mirror the infamous grapefruit. The problem lies in how pomegranate juice affects the CYP3A4 enzyme, which are responsible for metabolizing many of the most common medications taken by older adults, including statins for high cholesterol, calcium channel blockers for blood pressure, and certain antidepressants. When you consume pomegranate, the juice inhibits these enzymes, slowing down the breakdown of your medications. This means the drugs stay in your system far longer than they're supposed to, building up to toxic levels. It's like taking a double dose without knowing it. For example, if you're on simvastatin or atorvastatin, Your risk of developing serious muscle problems like rhabdomyolysis increases dramatically when pomegranate is involved. So, what is that rhabdomyolysis? Well, it is where muscle fibers suddenly break down and release proteins that can shut down your kidneys. And if you're taking medications for arrhythmia or blood pressure, the delayed clearance can trigger dangerously low blood pressure or irregular heart rhythms, especially in frail seniors. What makes it more concerning is that many people drink pomegranate juice as part of a healthy morning routine. It's marketed as a heart healthy powerhouse, which makes the risk seem counterintuitive. You may not even link the juice to your symptoms because the reaction can be subtle at first: fatigue, dizziness, or muscle soreness that slowly escalates over weeks. In truth, pomegranate can be a ticking time bomb in your diet when mixed with the wrong meds. If you love the taste or use it for its antioxidant properties, it's critical to talk with your doctor first. They may adjust your medication dose or recommend an alternative fruit. But blindly sipping on pomegranate while on prescription drugs could put your health at serious risk, and most people never see it coming. Number 3. Seville oranges. You might not recognize the name right away, but Seville oranges, also called sour oranges or bitter oranges, are used in many marmalades, candies, flavorings, and even teas. While they may not be a daily snack for most seniors, they still show up in surprising places, especially in Mediterranean-style dishes or herbal supplements. And like grapefruit, they contain the same phyranocoumarin compounds that interfere with drug metabolism. Seville oranges can block the breakdown of medications that rely on CYP3A4 enzymes, just like grapefruit and pomegranate. That means if you're taking drugs for cholesterol, blood pressure, anxiety, or sleep, you could be unknowingly increasing your drug levels every time you sip on orange-flavored tea or spread marmalade on your toast. The result: unpredictable spikes in drug potency that can lead to symptoms like drowsiness, nausea, extreme fatigue, dangerously low blood pressure, and even organ stress. What makes Seville oranges even more deceptive is how unrecognizable they are. They're not often sold as whole fruit in grocery stores, so you won't see a label screaming, "Warning, drug interactions ahead." Instead, they sneak into processed foods, imported jams, or alternative remedies like weight loss pills and digestive tonics. Some supplements that list citrus aurantium, or bitter orange extract, contain concentrated doses of Seville orange compounds. For a senior managing multiple medications, even trace amounts of these compounds in foods or supplements can trigger serious interactions. What's worse, some products don't disclose their citrus source clearly, making it hard for consumers to know what they're getting. If you take meds for high blood pressure, anxiety, or cholesterol, avoiding Seville orange products entirely is the safest option. It might feel excessive to skip a jar of marmalade or a citrus herbal tea, but the risks they carry, especially when masked in other ingredients, are not worth gambling with your heart or liver. Number 2. Cranberries. Cranberries are widely promoted as a urinary tract health booster, especially among older adults. From juices to supplements, these tart little berries are everywhere, and for good reason. They contain compounds that may help reduce the risk of urinary infections, which seniors are particularly prone to. But when it comes to certain medications, especially blood thinners like warfarin, cranberries can become a silent threat. Warfarin is a powerful anticoagulant used to prevent strokes and blood clots, but its dosage is very sensitive. Even small changes in your diet can tip the balance, increasing the risk of either uncontrolled bleeding or dangerous clotting. While cranberries themselves don't contain vitamin K, which is often the nutrient that affects warfarin, they can still influence how the drug works. Research suggests that cranberries may amplify the effects of warfarin, making your blood thinner than intended. That means even a regular glass of cranberry juice or a cranberry supplement could increase your risk of internal bleeding, especially if you're already on the higher end of your dosage range. There have been documented cases of seniors experiencing major bleeding episodes after combining cranberry juice with warfarin, including nosebleeds, bruising, and gastrointestinal bleeding that required hospitalization. What's tricky is that the interaction doesn't happen to everyone in the same way. Some people may drink cranberry juice for months without noticing anything, while others could experience a spike in their INR. A blood test that measures how thin your blood is after just a few servings. The body's reaction can be unpredictable, especially with age-related changes in metabolism and digestion. For seniors already juggling complex medication schedules, adding cranberry into the mix might seem harmless, but the consequences can be anything but. And it's not just juice. Cranberry sauces, dried cranberries in trail mixes, or capsules sold as natural UTI prevention can all carry the same risk. If you're on a blood thinner, it's crucial to have a conversation with your doctor or pharmacist before including cranberries in your diet. The health benefits they offer in one area are simply not worth the gamble they create in another. Number 1. Bananas. You may be shocked to see bananas at the top of this list. After all, they're one of the most commonly eaten fruits worldwide, especially among seniors. They're soft, easy to digest, full of potassium, and often recommended for people managing blood pressure or heart conditions. But when bananas are combined with certain medications, particularly ACE inhibitors and potassium-sparing diuretics, the results can be downright dangerous. Here's why. Bananas are naturally high in potassium, and in a normal diet, that's usually a good thing. Potassium supports heart function, muscle movement, and fluid balance. But some medications taken by seniors, like lisinopril, enalapril, spironolactone, and amiloride, are designed to retain potassium in the body as part of their mechanism. They prevent the kidneys from flushing out excess potassium in order to help maintain stable blood pressure and prevent heart strain. When you eat high potassium foods like bananas while taking these drugs, potassium builds up too much in the bloodstream. This condition, called hyperkalemia, doesn't always show immediate symptoms, but it can be deadly if left unchecked. It can cause irregular heartbeats, muscle weakness, nausea, chest pain, and in severe cases, cardiac arrest. Even one banana a day combined with these medications can tip the scale, especially in seniors whose kidneys may already be slowing down with age. What makes this fruit so dangerous is how normal and healthy it seems. No one questions it. Doctors often recommend bananas for cramps or as part of a gentle diet. And unless a specific warning is given, seniors will often eat them daily without ever realizing that their medications are interacting in the background, slowly increasing potassium levels to a critical point. Worse still, other foods like orange juice, potatoes, and spinach also contain potassium, so the total intake adds up quickly, without any real warning signs until it's too late. Bananas may seem like the perfect fruit, but when combined with certain meds, they turn into a silent, slow-acting danger. For seniors taking ACE inhibitors or potassium-sparing diuretics, potassium levels should be monitored regularly, and banana consumption should be moderated or avoided altogether depending on the prescription. The fruit that looks the most innocent might just be the one doing the most harm. At the end, when it comes to your health after 60, the little things, like what you eat with your medication, can make a huge difference. Most people think of fruits as nothing but healthy, but the reality is more complicated when you're on prescription drugs. The truth is, your body processes medications very differently as you age. These 5 fruits may seem harmless on the surface. Some are even touted as superfoods, but when they clash with your medications, they can trigger serious health risks. And the scariest part, these effects are often invisible until the damage is already done. That's why it's so important to be proactive. Don't assume that natural means safe. Always check with your doctor or pharmacist before adding new fruits or juices to your diet, especially if you're on medications for blood pressure, cholesterol, heart rhythm, or blood thinning. If you've been eating any of these fruits regularly while taking meds, don't panic, but do take action. Talk to your doctor, get your levels checked, and adjust your diet as needed. Small changes now can prevent massive problems later, and if you found this video helpful, imagine how many other seniors might be making these same mistakes without even knowing it. Share this video with a friend or loved one. Help spread the awareness that could save someone's life. Now, we want to hear from you. Have you ever had a bad reaction from food and medication combined? Were you surprised by any of the fruits on this list? Share with us your experiences and opinions in the comments below. We love to hear them. Thanks for watching.